We all overthink, but sometimes we think too much. If there's a problem or a responsibility or something you have to do next week, just think about what you're gonna do, come up with a plan, and do it. That's it. And then don't think about it no more. When next week comes, you'll solve it. Most of the time before a problem even comes. Or it's a problem or a responsibility or something that bothers us in the future. But before the future even comes, we destroy ourselves. We battle ourselves in our own mind. We're our greatest enemy. The problem isn't even destroying us. It's in the future. Nothing has happened, but we're battling ourselves in our own mind. We're in our own heads, fighting ourselves, battling ourselves, destroying ourselves, tiring ourselves out before the actual battle. Before we even get there, we're already tired. You can't fight a battle when you're exhausted from beating yourself up. You should be preparing for that battle. Just think about what you're gonna do and be confident about it. Just know as long as you play your cards right, as long as you try your best, and you made the best decision possible at that time, and that's all that matters. Don't blame yourself for anything. And as long as you prepare yourself, when a time comes, you'll be okay. You can handle it. You gotta tell yourself, no matter what happens, you can handle whatever comes your way. But you'll worry about it then. Don't think about it now. Everything's okay. Nothing's happened yet. Don't destroy yourself before the future has even happened. It's in the future. It doesn't exist yet. Don't worry about it yet. The problem some of us have is that we catastrophize. That means you think of a problem and you'll think about it over and over again. You think and think and think. You're stuck in this constant state of thinking and you're destroying yourself. You'll think about a problem, and because of that problem, you'll think about another problem. And you think about, what if this happens? What if that happens? And then because of that, something else happens. And then because you can't solve that, another thing happens. And you just go down this rabbit hole. You just dig yourself a deeper and deeper hole. Just stop. Whenever you're doing that, catch yourself and be like, you're thinking way too much right now. You need to stop. Everything's okay. Take a deep breath. Let's take it one step at a time. You're thinking about step 10. You haven't even done step 1. When you complete step 1, then you can think about step 2. Don't think about step 2. Step 1 is what you're facing. You might not even get to step 2 if you keep thinking about the future. Let's focus on step 1 first. Once you complete that, you'll worry about step 2 then. And when you get there, you'll be able to deal with it. You'll be able to solve it. You'll be able to figure it out. Think about all the problems in the past. You figured it out. Some problems you never even thought about. When it came your way, you figured it out. Because you're smart. As long as you play your cards right, don't worry about nothing else. It's not in your control. Don't worry about things that are not in your control. Some of the things that you be thinking about, some of the things that be bothering you, you think about, what if this happens? What if that happens? But it doesn't happen. Something else happens. The things that you can't see, the things that you never predicted, the things that you never even thought about becomes a problem. So all that overthinking did nothing. It's a different problem that you never even thought about that happened. So don't overthink. Everything's okay. Get back into reality. Stop being in your mind all day. Let things flow in your life. You can't predict everything and you can't prepare for everything. The best you can do is to take precautions, but don't be afraid. The best thing you can do is to just be prepared, but don't overthink. And when a problem comes, you'll be ready. And when something happens, you can deal with it then. Don't think about, because of this problem, I'm going to have another problem. And because of that problem, there's going to be another problem. You're destroying yourself. Nothing has happened. You're having a battle in your own mind. You're fighting yourself. No one's fighting you. You're destroying yourself. When in reality, everything's okay. Just come back to reality. Go take a walk. Be out with nature. Breathe some fresh air. Take a deep breath. You're letting your thoughts stop you from doing the things you want to do in life. You really want to do something, but you think about, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I don't know this? What if I don't know that? Nobody knows everything in this world. Every business owner, every entrepreneur, they don't have all the answers. They don't know everything, but they come up with a plan. They strategize, and then they implement, and they follow through. And they're consistent. And when a problem comes, they'll figure it out then. You can't think of every problem and come up with solutions when a problem hasn't even happened. That problem doesn't exist right now. Don't worry about it. The most successful people on this earth, they didn't know everything when they were walking on their path of success. When they thought about starting their own company, when they started their own company, they didn't have all the answers, but they learned along the way. They just walked down their path, and whatever happened, they solved it then. They didn't let their thoughts stop them from chasing their dreams. You're not going to have all the answers in life. You don't even know how your life is going to play out, but you just go through life. And when problems come, you solve it then. You worry about it then. Don't worry about it right now. That's in the future. The only thing you can do is make yourself as capable as possible, as intelligent as possible, and as prepared as possible. So whatever comes your way, you're confident enough that you can solve it, that nothing can stop you in this world, that when the future comes, you know that you're the smartest that you could be, that you're the best that you could possibly be right now, and you tried your best, and you'll win some and you'll lose some, but you can't win 100% of every battle. And the battles that you lose, you learn from them. You learn about how you can improve, and you'll become even better the next time. But don't ever let anything stop you in this world, especially your thoughts. No one's holding you back but yourself. Your own thoughts are holding you back. Don't let your thoughts hold you back from doing the things you want to do in this life. You have dreams, go get it. You have passions, go chase it. Make it happen. But don't ever let yourself stop you from doing the things that you love, from doing the things that will make you happy, even if it's uncomfortable. Because think about all the things that you were uncomfortable about. Think about all the things that you got in your life. Think about all the things that make you happy in this world. It was uncomfortable at first, but when you did it, when you accomplished it, when you achieved it, you were proud, you were happy, but it was uncomfortable at first. But being uncomfortable is what's gonna make you happy in the end. So don't be afraid of being uncomfortable in life. Everything you've achieved so far in this life was uncomfortable, but at the end, you were glad that you did it. So don't let fear and discomfort hold you back. If you don't do something because you overthink, if you were confident at first and you really wanted to do something, but because you overthought about it, it stopped you. That's called analysis paralysis. You think too much and you come up with all the reasons not to do something. If you have something you want to do, just come up with a plan and do it. That's it. Don't overthink about it. And look, everything in life is going to have some type of risk. Nothing's 100%. There's not going to be all pros and no cons. There's going to be pros and cons to everything. But as long as you're confident, as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you're 90% sure this is what's going to get you to success, then do it. Because the most scariest thing is staying where you're at right now. Being unhappy, feeling stuck because you don't want to chase after your dreams. It's more scary than failure. Stop thinking about all the ways you might fail. Think about all the ways you can win. Think about what's worse. Staying where you're at right now. Feeling the way you're feeling. Unhappy with your life. Or do you want to go out there and achieve what you want to achieve? And get to where you want to be. You don't want to be stuck where you are right now. It's miserable. You want to get out of it. And becoming your best self is not going to be easy. Getting to where you want to be, it's not going to be easy. But once you get there and you look back, you'll be glad you did it. You'll be glad you attempted. Because if you don't attempt, if you don't try, you're going to be stuck where you are. And that's more scary than thinking about if you might fail. Because you might win if you try. If you don't try, you already failed. You manifested your thoughts into reality and you failed because you let your thoughts stop you from achieving your dreams, from succeeding. You have to manifest winning. You have to think about winning. And when you do that, all you'll do is win. Don't try to live up to anyone's expectations. Don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about what people say. You can't control it. Look, in this world, what helped me stop caring about what people think is knowing that you could say one thing that someone doesn't like and they'll change their whole perspective on you. They might not even like you anymore. Someone could respect you and like you for years. You say one thing they don't like. You do one thing they don't like. Then they don't respect you as much anymore. Then they don't like you as much anymore. So don't try to please anyone in this world. Just be yourself. Just be your best self. You don't have to live up to their expectations of what they think you are. You know who you are, and only you can be who you are. You are unique. And the only expectation that you have to live up to is your own expectations. Because every one of us has a side that we like about ourselves. The thought of us in our own head. We just have to bring out that confident version of us and live true to ourselves, and we'll be the happiest that will ever be. If it's a problem that you can't solve right now, if there's something bothering you, if there's something you're thinking about, think about all the problems you had in the past. Think about problems you had 5 years ago. Is that still a problem today? Does it even still matter today? Or were you just overthinking back then? Think about the thoughts you have right now. Will it matter 5 years from now? Because if it doesn't, then stop thinking about it. And if you don't have a solution after you thought about it, then there's no point in thinking about it anymore. Just stop thinking about it. Come back to it later. Most of the time, we'll come up with solutions later on when we're not even thinking about the problem, or when we come back to the problem with a fresh mind, or when we come back to the problem after doing something else. Then we'll think of a solution. But no problem is more important than your happiness, than your health. Don't destroy yourself from overthinking. If what you're thinking about isn't making you better, then it's not important. Just focus on becoming better, and whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, just know you'll get through it. Nothing lasts forever, not even your problems. And that's the beautiful thing about this world. Nothing remains constant. Everything changes. The world changes. The world isn't even the same as it was years ago. Everything changes. The only thing you can do is adapt to the change. Being able to adapt is what's going to give you the best chance of getting through life successfully, of becoming successful. Some of us, although we're free, we're a prisoner of our own minds. Let go of everything. Let go of your thoughts. Let go of your fears.